bad bitch, no counterfeit. When I walk through bed, it's lit. I'm so pretty, bitch. Hair and makeup done by Lily, bitch. Not so thick, but your nigga love the way my titties sit. Not a city chick.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Presidentiallilly, your favorite Lily, and we are back with another video. I do want to go ahead and apologize for this video being late, but nonetheless, you guys got a video this week, so let's go ahead and get into it. Today's video will be very detailed. Please stay tuned if you are interested in this detailed version of how I install my frontal wigs. So the wig that I just showed you, it was in its curly natural state. I went ahead and plucked it and a flat iron and put my part into the hair. So this is what it looks like after I flat ironed the hair. This was the night before I applied my client's wig to her head. So this is just what I did to go ahead and prep the wig and be ready for my client's appointment. Prepping your client's wig before the appointment cuts down on so much time, and it also just is a big, huge help when it comes to actually applying the lace wig. But let's go ahead and get into the video. So what I'm doing is go ahead and starting with braiding my client's hair down. I'm taking my time and detangling each piece that I part off for a braid and oiling it, and then taking my time and braiding it on down. Now I'll be taking my mahogany root scalp oil to apply to my client's scalp after I have finished braiding her hair. This is just going to make sure that she does not have itchy, dry scalp during the whole process of her install, and also this is going to help promote hair growth. You want to make sure that you're taking the best care of the hair that's underneath these wigs and these protective styles. This is the reason why there are protective styles, and the reason why we wear these wigs is so that we can grow our hair so nice and healthy. So this is what I love to do. It's always a step of mine. Once I have applied all the oil to the scalp, I'm going to take my time and take my nude cap and apply it to my client's head. I like to cut a slit just so it is comfortable on the eye area, so it's not too irritating. My client today had just left a fresh eyelash appointment, so I didn't want to bother or mess up her lashes. Now once you cut that slit for them to be comfortable during this process, you're going to cut little slits in the ears and go ahead and pull those out so that it is laying flush to the skin. Now I'm going to take my time and just sew the perimeter of this cap down to my client's braids. As you guys know, there's many ways that you can do a ball cap method. I have shown you a few different ways on my channel. If you guys would like a video on the multiple different ways that you can do a ball cap, please let me know down in the comment section below. But today's ball cap method, I'm just taking the glue and tightly following or lining my client's hairline, being sure not to place it directly on her hairline, but right before her hairline starts. This is just going to give us the most accurate ball cap method that we can possibly get. Depending on the reason or how long your client wants to wear the wig will be the way that you can determine which ball cap method you will be using today. Since my client was going to be filming her music video and where we are currently is very, very high, I wanted to go ahead and use the glue method to ensure that I had the tightest bond ever or possible. So now I'm going ahead and cutting off the excess cap, and I'm going to apply skin tone makeup to my client's head. I went ahead and cleaned off her scalp there just really fast with some alcohol, and I went ahead and applied my Walker's tape skin protectant off camera. Now you guys see me placing the wig on her head, and I'm just checking everything out. Once I've made sure that the wig is properly on my client's head, it's fitting nice and snug, I'm going to go ahead and begin to cut off or cut out my client's ear tabs. Before placing the wig on my client's head off camera, I went ahead and took 91% alcohol and my Walker's tape skin protectant to go ahead and further protect the skin from the glue. Now I'll begin to go ahead and take my bow hold active lace glue and begin to apply my layers. I applied each layer in sections just to be sure that I took my time and was able to smooth out each layer of glue properly and smooth. I want each layer to be thin in unison. This will ensure that you will have the best install ever. You want to allow each layer of glue to dry for about 30 seconds or so to go ahead and get that clear tackiness feel that you would like before you apply the next layer. So you're applying your layer of glue. You're going to allow it to dry for about 30 seconds and then you apply the next one. Once you applied your last layer of glue, you can apply I recommend that you apply anywhere from 3 to about 6 layers of glue depending on what your client is doing or what you are going to be doing. For today's install, I applied 3 layers of glue. Once I apply my last layer of glue, I'm going to make sure that I give it time to dry all the way clear before I take my time and lay the lace into the glue and begin to press it into the lace. As you all can see, my third layer of glue is clear, so now I'm going to take my time and just gently lay the lace into the glue. And I go one side at a time, and I'm going to take my time and just take the back of my comb and really press and comb the lace into the glue. Really, I apply a lot of pressure to the comb. You just really want to make sure that because it's not all the way melted yet, this is just the beginning part of it being melted, but you just want to make sure that the lace just doesn't move from where you want it to actually sit. So this is why you want to apply a lot of pressure. I'm going to place her hair into a ponytail, and again, I'm taking my time and combing the lace into the glue again. I'm going to take my Lotta Body foaming mousse and apply that to where I applied the glue. Take a satin wrap and tie it down super duper tight. I went in with my old lace grip strip and I tied that down as well, just for extra applied pressure and grip to it. And then I'm gonna sit her under the dryer for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once she is out of the dryer, you're going to go ahead and cut the excess lace off. I am making sure that I'm taking my time and taking tiny sections and just making sure that I cut the lace off very jaggedly so that you can't see a line of any demarcation or like a straight line where you can see the hairline. That is, we just not trying to go out like JT during the BET Awards. Let me just say that. Let's just say that, okay? So take your time and cut the excess lace off. And JT, I love you, girl. I'm a city girl for life, okay? But yes, now I know you guys can pay attention to me taking tweezers after I cut each section of lace off. I'm taking my tweezers and just plucking off those extra hairs, because sometimes you can cut a hair and it'll leave like a bold, because the hair is cut from the root, so it looks like a little bold line. So go ahead and pluck those extra hairs off that you kind of just cut the root off with, so that you can have the most natural looking hairline as possible. Now I'm taking my time because a lot of pieces have not been glued down yet, so I'm going to take my time and take some glue in the back of my hand and just glue down those little extra flaps and stuff like that. Hey y'all, it's Lily popping in, and I want to thank everyone who has sat sat here and taken the time to click this video. If you are this far into the video, please go ahead and subscribe. Why be this far and not go ahead and subscribe and join the group, y'all? I'll drop 2 videos per week. This week I slacked a little bit, but you still got one. But please go ahead and join the Lily Mob. And if you are already a part of the Lily Mob, thank you so much for returning. Mwah. Now let's get into these baby hairs, y'all. This is about the most detailed time I will ever go into my baby hairs. This is probably like the only time I even actually shown you guys me doing baby hairs on myself or a client. So let me just go ahead and get into all that, because y'all know I be talking too much. So I'm not just the greatest at baby hairs, but I can achieve a couple of baby hairs. I can achieve very nice, neat, and sustainable baby hairs for any of my clients. I pretty much usually just ask them for what baby hairs they like. They typically like the baby hairs that I wear, or they just want baby hairs without the middle swoop. So that's pretty easy for me. I do have a new way of doing it. I do the Eric and Tay trick, where I cut the hair and then I just go ahead and use a miniature flat iron to curl it under. Curling the hair with the miniature flat iron is such a huge help when it comes to baby hairs, because you really don't have to create that your own little C curve or how you want it to, or like, just the swoop itself. So the flat iron, it gives you so much extra help. And what I like to do now is take my ORS wig gel and apply that to the baby hair. And I take my double-sided edge toothbrush, and I'm using the comb side of the brush, and I like to just gently take my time and use that swoop that I already created for myself with the flat iron, and I go ahead and just finish it on off. The wig gel, I've been loving using the wig gel for the baby hairs because it makes them hard. It keeps them in place. They don't move. You don't have to worry about your clients worrying about having to do your baby hairs every day. You don't have to worry about doing your baby hairs every day. They're literally stuck in place. I literally love the ORS wig gel. ORS, I really hope I hope they sponsor me one day, y'all, because this gel is like crack. It has taken all my wig installs to the next level. I promise you, my baby hairs to the next level. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue doing these baby hairs. You can watch me do it about 2 more times until I move on to the next thing. Now that you are done swooping your baby hairs, I'm going to go ahead and tie them down with a satin strip, and I'm going to begin to fix my part up. A lot of the times, what I do on the mannequin head is just like a pre-prep, like a softening of what I'm going to be doing on my client. But once I get the wig on my client, I'm going to go ahead and fix up the part, make it nice and neat. And once I do that, I love to take my Care wax stick to go ahead and get any flyaways, and to also help me press the hair out very, very nice and smoothly. And it just keeps all hairs in place. Like, it literally snaps them there, okay? Get you a wax stick. It doesn't have to be the brand Care, but get you a wax stick, and I promise you it will change all your installs, even on a traditional sew-in. It just does something on the natural hair with a hot comb and a flat iron. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna get the silkiest, press, also while getting just a tiny soft hold, so that however you want the hair to sit, it will stay. Okay, so I'm taking my hot comb once I applied that edge stick, and I'm taking my time and hot combing those roots out, getting the hair to go in the direction that I want to give. You guys can see I'm giving it a little bit of body in the front. I'm giving it some body yaddy yaddy. Okay, we want a little bit of height. I am going off of a picture. This is an Eric Tate inspired style, but it's just really like some layers, face framing layers with some body curls. So we'll get into that once we reach that moment, but I'm going to take my time and hot comb my client's wig down flat and exactly how I want it, so I can achieve the look that she is wanting. Okay, it has to give what it was supposed to give. Once I have it flat ironed how I want it, I'm going to go ahead and begin to cut these face framing layers into my client's hair. I'm just starting a little bit below the chin and taking my time and making sure that I really pull those shears and angle out the hair, and I just want a nice soft gradual layer in the front so that those curls are nice and hitting. Okay, they're gonna be swooped right in the face. It's gonna give her that nice cute look, y'all. I just love this look. Honestly, this is one of my favorite hairstyles I've done in a minute. It was a different color, it just spices up my channel a little bit with all the other styles that I've been doing. So I was really excited, but I really genuinely loved this hairstyle and I loved working on this day. Now that I have those perfect face framing layers going on in the front, I'm going to begin to curl the hair. I tried to give you guys like a quick little, regular time speed of how I did like the first curl, but I just could not get a good angle. I was covering up the camera. But if you guys would like to see how I got these curls, I can tag a video, my Thanksgiving video from last year, where I did these curls exactly how I did hers. My curls in that video have a little bit more body, but I did the curls exactly how I did hers today. So now once I have all the curls pinned up and I let them cool off, what I'm doing is taking my time with each curl, and I'm going to take my comb and just comb it on out. And before I curled each curl, with my curling iron, I used my Babyliss 1.5 inch curling iron to achieve these curls. What I did was I sprayed her the group that I was going to curl. I sprayed it down with some Got2b glue, the freeze spray, the hard way. Okay, I curled it with the curling iron. You're gonna hold it up, pin it while it's still hot, let them cool off, and then you're gonna take your time like I'm doing now. I just caught us all up. Okay, I'm gonna take your time with your comb, and you're just gonna comb each curl out and just give it its own little life. Okay, give it its own little life. That's what we're doing. So when you're coming to the front of the curls, this is where you got to start putting in a little bit of work. So right here, I'm just taking my time. Always take your time. It does not matter what you're doing, baby, okay? It doesn't even matter if your client's in a rush. You take your time when you're doing their hair or when you're doing your hair. Take your time. You want to step out and you want everybody to be like, damn, okay? Okay, so I'm going to take my time and get this curl in the front, kind of framing her face how I want it and how it was kind of in the video. So I'm giving a little bit of hot comb, and then what I eventually end up doing is taking my Conair flat irons and giving myself the curl that I needed for the front to be hitting on. Okay, take your time. That's all I'm gonna say again, is just take your time. I really cannot explain how I achieved this or did this, but you guys are watching, so I hope you guys catch on. Okay. Once the hair is how I want it to be, I'm going to take my Pump It Up hairspray and spray that all throughout the hair, over the hair, making sure to target flyaways and stuff like that. I'm going to gently comb it through the hair so that the hair can stay frozen into place, so that she doesn't have to worry about it moving too much or anything like that. And I'm going to take my Afro G gloss spray to go ahead and finish that all off, and it's going to give the hair the proper shine that it needs, so y'all know that she was freshly out the chair. And this is what we got for the finished look, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you guys so much for watching.
Bitch, I'm on my pretty girl shit. Didn't have to blow a bag on my pretty girl fit. Had your daddy drop it off, heard you do a little fit. Hella bit, OMG, she always think that she the shit.